nothing about them because they want to keep us behind the scenes, like we didn't fix the internet for them on that billion connection level. I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you can listen to it for yourself what this guy was saying. You have Nigerian girls, right? So it said because here it says here, watch this website. They're devils. Watch this website. They always coming up with fact checks, and I showed you often already that they're full of shit. The bullshit, because they the devil. That's what they do. Now it says here, NBC News, right? Now it says here, Israelite girls, West Africans, of course, P-powered generator raises questions. Yeah, whatever bullshit. They wanna now like break it down and stuff like that. But now they want to come with the reality check because they want to like basically downplay us. Because I remember this story. That's what the devil does. That's why, for example, they say that King James was a sodomite. They say that King David was a sodomite. Right, they say it here, blah, 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 but they was teaching that. See, David and Jonathan on same sex between men in the Bible. That's the bullshit that they teaching. And then they say King James was a sodomite. And, see, the sodomite tendencies of King. Should this matter? What the fuck you mean? Should it matter? Right? King James and the history of sodomy. Right? They're bullshitting. The king and his husband, the gay history of British royals. Yeah, that's these devils, but then the King James. But anyway, they want to say that the King James Bible is a sodomite. What the fuck? They're devils. Yes, urine is used in Africa, electricity and a P generator. Claim Facebook user. That's not a fucking Facebook user, my man. Watch out for these devils. Like I said, there's a lot of misinformation going on the internet, and you have to decipher it all out. But anyway, they keeping stuff like that. I'm gonna just keep it on this one then, because I wanted to keep it on the 30 minutes. It's already over that. But yeah, and it says many shall run to and fro, forward and back and forth, and knowledge shall be increased. So we're waking up now, man. We're waking up now. Now it goes back into this. Now it says here, basically you shouldn't put everybody, we're not equal. That is the point of this thing. Let me read this again. Now it says here, this highlights, this is a quote from this guy himself. Sorry. The genetics in determining our vitamin D status, Donnie said. Treating different populations, different races, as one big whole race doesn't necessarily serve people well, especially when it comes to genetics. You can't say we're equal because we're not. Right? He said his team is not suggesting that doctors treat low vitamin D levels based on race. Yes, they do. Well, you're not saying it, but I say it. You don't have to worry. They can't fire me. I don't work for them. Right? But he added, we shouldn't treat just based on total vitamin D levels alone. You see, he does say it, but he doesn't say it to cut them. I cut them because I don't work for them. They're devils. Now it says here, instead, I don't work for these devil doctors, so that's why. Instead, Tadhini said, doctors could look at whether an Israelite patient with low vitamin D has any other indicators of a problem, such as low calcium levels or a very high level of this thing over here, which is in your throat or something like that. Yeah, your thyroid thing, somewhere here, I see here in your throat. Thyroid, something like that. To see if that is high or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Right now, there is no commercially available test that specifically gauges bioavailable vitamin D levels. Yes, there is, but they're not going to give it to us, These devils know everything. Daini said things. He thinks it would be helpful to get such a test on the market. You see, this guy, he comes with a different mindset. He's not coming to actually make Israelites go overload with vitamin D, because that's what's going to happen. What happens when you take too much vitamin D? Check this out. What happens? What happens to your body when you take too much vitamin D? The main kind of okay, it's actually such a the main consequence of vitamin D toxicity is a buildup of calcium in your blood, which can cause nausea, vomiting, weakness, frequent urination. Okay, it says here, vitamin D toxicity might progress to bone pain and kidney problems, such as the formation of calcium stones. Can taking vitamin D cause back pain? For one, it improves your body's absorption of calcium. That's true. Bone pain and lower back pain may be a sign of inadequate vitamin D levels in the blood. No, it's fucking too much, because I know what I'm talking about, because I took that a long time ago. That's why I stopped, by the way. And I didn't have this information. I just, what the fuck, my back hurts. And I stopped it. That's because it was too much. So it says here, large observational studies have found a relation between a deficiency and chronic lower back pain. Right? Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. Vitamin D3. It says here vitamin D3, because there's different vitamin D's. Because I wasn't using vitamin D, I was using D3, and D3 is the one that gave me the lower back pain, because I took too much, right? Studies have shown that each additional 100 unit of vitamin D you consume per day will raise your blood vitamin D levels by 1. Okay, and remember, we're at 16, and they're at 29, because they need it. On average, 2 over 3, right? However, taking extremely high doses of vitamin D3 for long periods may lead to excessive buildup in your body. But then the D3, actually, I should put vitamin D3. Wait. Let me just type in one more thing. Let me see. Here. Okay, that's vitamin D, right? You gonna get vomiting, nausea, constipation. You can't take a shit. Good. Here, it's plugged up. Loss of appetite, increased thirst, increased urination. Because you're gonna drink a lot, but you're not gonna be satisfied after drinking. Mental mood changes, unusual tiredness, and let me see. Let me see on vitamin D. You know what, fuck it. But the point is that I read it on the... If I find it, I'll get it. By the way, there is a difference between these two. The vitamin D3 is what I was thinking. Right. This is what we get from the sun, right? So vitamin D3 is what I was taking in the winter. And and now it says if you take 10,000 units a day, it's actually not recommended. The highest that you should be taking is this, as a Jake. Yeah, in some of the individuals, yeah, right. Not in everybody. Just like with this portion, if you give a person like this, if you give him this, he's gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be fat, out of breath, hurting. So this person would then need maybe 1,000 This person might need 2,000 IU, and this might be needing 5,000 or even 10 because you're going backwards if you eat too much. So yeah, I'm looking for that stuff that said, because it said it. I remember that, and it was on the package, but it was in Dutch. It said that if I take too much, I will have lower back pain, and I did get it. You know, so I stopped it. But it says here, but an expert not involved. I'm going to try and find it. Wait. Okay, I can't find it, but this is the next best thing, right? Because like I said, it was Dutch, and it was a while ago. Believe me, it was so long. I think it was more than 5, 6, 7, 8 years or something like that. Something like that. I think it was longer than that even. But I will buy it again because this time I know that I bought too much. You know, I had, it was too powerful, because it says here, can too much vitamin D hurt you? Okay, few foods contain vitamin D. That's why we get it from the sun. So many people take supplements. Long-term use of these supplements can cause some adverse side effects, though this is relatively rare. But still, it's an effect, because you shouldn't be doing it long term. Now it says here, it's fundamental, supporting several bodily processes, including the absorption and regulation of calcium, magnesium, and the hardening, growth, and remodeling of bones. Cellular growth and remodeling, and immune function, nerve and muscle function, right? What are the side effects of vitamin D supplementation, right? So it says here, 1, hypercalcemia. Now, what is hypercalcemia? Having too much calcium, right? Hypercalcemia, right? Having too much calcium in the blood can lead to a wide range of complications and symptoms. Some of the most serious include, so this is what you get when you have too much, when you take too much supplements, vitamin D supplements. You can never have, so it says here, many people get enough vitamin D from sun exposure. That's it. That's it. Okay. So it says, but too much sun will kill them. Too much unprotected exposure to sun's ultraviolet UV rays can cause skin damage, eye damage, immune system suppression, and skin cancer. Even people in their 20s can develop skin cancer. But that's not for us. That's not for us. So now they're judging everybody again under the same thing. But they know they're doing that. They know that this is not for us. Look at people in India. Look at people in these other countries and stuff like that. Look at people in Australia. They don't get that skin cancer. They only Edomites. And they know this, but they're still going to brainwash the whole world. Because I remember in school, a devil told me too much sun ain't good. And here too, I was like, 3 years ago? 3 years ago, a doctor told me, too much sun is bad for you. I looked at him. I wanted to laugh. But I was thinking to myself, like, this is the shit that you believe in this shit, man. You really believe that, The foolishness of an Edomite. But he's a doctor. He has a fancy degree and stuff like that. So it says here, too much vitamin D will actually then be too much calcium and stuff like that. Loss of appetite, diarrhea, constipation, confusion, disorientation, or trouble thinking, nausea and vomiting, joint and pain muscle pains, contagious headaches, continuous headaches, irritability and anxiety, unexplained exhaustion. You're going to be tired. Muscle weakness. You're going to get weakness instead of being strong. Increased thirst and frequent urinating, irregular heartbeat, reduced reflexes, metallic taste in the mouth, high blood pressure. What the fuck? You're going to get all that. Kidney damage, nausea, fever and chills, severe pain in the stomach, the sides of the back or groin area, your dick, including the testicles in men, your dick. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get messed up over there. That's the excessive calcium in your blood. And where does the calcium come from? Vitamin D. Right? Irregular heartbeats and a heart attack. You could die from that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't. This is too much, man. I was taking 5,000 IU a day. And then I think one time, a few times I took two pills. And then I started to get pain in my back. So it says here, signs of complication associated with vitamin D toxicity, right? Include the irregular heartbeats, which may be temporal or continually, chest pain, unexplained chest pain. That's going into a heart attack, man. Unexplained exhaustion, you're tired, high blood pressure, that's going into a heart attack again. Pain when exercising, dizziness, chest pain, brittle bones, and bone pain. So what you gonna get from too much vitamin D, because vitamin D is actually supposed to be making your bones stronger because it got calcium in it, right? Cool. But this is what it will do when it actually has too much. It will make your bones weak instead of making it strong. So you're gonna go from normal to strong, and then and then to weak, because now you're overloading your system. Aging or painful bones, instability, the increased rate of falling, because you're gonna be weak. Bones that are prone to fracture or break, severe stooped posture, you're gonna sag in like a grandpa or a hunchback. Severe back or joint pain, loss of height or length of limb, loss of limbs, and loss of your arms are gonna get shorter, your legs are gonna get shorter, you're gonna get shorter because your bones are gonna get weaker, and then you're gonna shrink. You're gonna be dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? All this, sunken eyes, increased thirst, irritability, restlessness, dry mouth, tongue, decreased tears production, decreased urinate output, skin that is slow to return to normal after being pinched, a week. All this, unconsciousness, very little to no urine output, unexplained exhaustion, low blood pressure. You can get high blood pressure, you can get low blood pressure. This is irregular because you're overflowing yourself with that thing, So basically, this is what they're doing when they're telling you need more. So we are on a 70. They be like, no, you need to be on 100. You need to be on 100. You need to be on 100 or else you're going to die. I need to be on that 70 where I'm comfortable. The Heavenly Father created me like that. Fuck you talking about I have vitamin D deficiency. Shut up. This is what they want you. This is what they want for you. All these sicknesses, that's what they want. This is overdoing it, man. They studied the experience of 19 people with the toxicity. Each had taken an average of 6 million IUs of the vitamin over 1 to 3 months. This is gonna kill you, boy. You should never in your life take this. I was on 5,000 and I already had got lower back pain. I was like, hey, this is not good. I'm gonna stop this, man. You can get lung damage. So going back to over here, don't believe these devils. Don't believe the hype. They're hyping you up for some. It's not even real. Right now, there's no commercially available test that specifically gauges bioavailability of vitamin D levels, Diane said. He thinks it would be helpful to get such a test on the market. Helpful to us? Helpful? They don't want to do that. Why would they help us? But an expert not involved in the study said, you see, there goes the expert again. He was not involved in the study. He said that while the results are very interesting to scientists, it's not clear how they should be used in medical practice. What do you mean it's not clear? What the fuck you mean it's not clear? What do you mean it's not clear? There goes the devil again, giving the doubt. That's why when Yahushua was with Peter, he actually Peter doubted, and then he fell, and then he said, "Oh, thou of little faith, why didst thou doubt?" Because that's how you die. You're doubting Yahushua. That's how you die. And Esau is a creator of doubt. What do you mean it's not clear? It's clear to me, and I'm not a doctor. I just read it, and I was like, hey, I need to watch it. I know exactly what I need to do. I shouldn't come up on 100 where they are. I should stay on the 7 or go to the 77 and keep it at that. Because my 77 or 70 is equal to his 100. I don't need that much vitamin D. It's going to have the same work effect in the body. My 70 will produce the same energy levels or whatever you call it to his 100. He needs 100 to get where I am at. Okay. Right. So let me finish it up. Now it says here, it is not clear. It's not clear, fucking devil. We've known for a long time that Israelites have lower levels of, this is what he said, right? Yeah, said Dr. Michael Hollick. You see? A devil. You already know. Ah, look at him. Yeah, you already know. Look at him. Just look at his face. He's out to destroy you. Look at him. Look at his fucking face. You can just see the devil smile in his face like, I'm going to kill you fucking ears. You can just see it. I'm about to destroy you with science. So falsely called. Now it says here, we've known for a long time. Yes, I know that you know, you devil. I know you know that Israelites have lower levels of total vitamin D, but don't seem to show the concept. You motherfucking right. You're right. Because if you devils that are on 100, if you come to that 70, the wind could break your bones, man. And then there goes the hip, right? But don't seem to show the consequences. So why are you telling us that we are vitamin deficiency? The whole play on with words. Yeah, you have lower levels. No, you don't. You have exactly what you need. We don't have lower levels. It's low to them. Just like how too much sun will kill them. That's what they say. That's what they teach. In school, I have been taught that. And I always looked at them like, you're talking about yourself. Even when I was, 12, 13 years old, I was already looking at them like, you're talking about yourself. That's not me. I play in the sun every day. I love it. I'm from Suriname. I don't believe your bullshit. Get out of here. I don't believe your bullshit. Get out of here. You know? And they can never brainwash me. They always had a problem with that. Because they can't get you. Because you have been taught different. And then this devil comes and teach you something. That's not me. That's you. Right? A vitamin D researcher at Boston University Medical Center who wrote an editorial published with the study. This study may give us an explanation, Hollick said. What do you mean it may? You already know. What do you mean it may? But he wants to so-called agree with this East Indian doctor. Like, hey, this might help us, you know? They already know. And they also know the consequence. They also know that there's nothing wrong with that. We don't have lower levels, man. They comparing us to them. So it seems like we're weaker. When you use the word lower, it's weaker. It looks weaker because they have play on words. Just like here, when you look at it with the human eye, you'd be like, wow, he doesn't get anything. And then you'd be like, whoa, man, that look good. You know what I'm saying? But the guy that's accustomed to eating this, he doesn't look at it like it's not enough. This is perfectly enough for him because his body is different. This might be a little child, for example. Here's an example. Or this might be a skinny adult. Just an example. You know? So going back over here. It says, this study might give us an explanation, really. But he added that as far as testing for and treating vitamin D deficiency, it's not clear yet what it all means. What? Look at this devil. Like, what do you mean it's not clear? That's why you should never trust the devil. This guy, he already made it clear, like, listen, we shouldn't be testing people. It says we shouldn't be testing different populations of people on a whole tip. Like everybody is equal and the same. No, it doesn't serve us well. And then this guy is talking about that. But he added that as far as testing for and treating vitamin D deficiency, it's not clear yet what it all means. What do you mean it is not clear yet? This is when it comes to the chimp logic, the mammal-minded thoughts process, the mammal-minded thought process of a demonite. They're chimps by nature. He knows exactly what it means, but he's just going to say something just to fool you. For example, they say dumb shit like, well, I'm not racist, but, you know, black people always steal, you know, or some shit like that. Or, I'm not racist, but then, you know, you're kind of pretty for a black girl. I always fucking laugh when I hear that one. Why? Because these black females, they really want to be accepted by these devils. But these devils call you ugly. He just called you an exception of ugly. But you didn't catch it. I catch it. And I'm not going to fight for you. Fuck you. Go marry him. Once that time comes, the one that laughs the last laughs the best. We're going to see who will laugh last. Hollick noted that low levels of total vitamin D have been linked to health problems other than brittle bones. Right. But you clearly say that we, with our lower level of vitamin D, so-called deficiency, we still have greater bone mass than you demonites. So what is he talking about? No, man, they fucking you, man. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're fucking you, man. You know what I'm saying? They're tricking you. So it says here, linked to whatever, you could just fake it. And he said some of those conditions, including diabetes and heart diseases, and more comments in no, you're bullshitting. Because the food, for example, there goes the Heavenly Father's diet again. If we keep the diet of the Heavenly Father, we're gonna be very healthy. But if an Israelite was to eat Okinawa diet, right? Could it help you to live 100 years? Now, Okinawa flat belly tonic. Wait, Okinawa, what's that again? Right, Okinawa. Okay, no, then this is not the raw filthy shit. This is just vegetables and stuff like that. This is lawful. This is lawful. But I was not looking for that. They have a different diet. And they have a different diet. But you have other ones that live off of squid and all that type of crazy shit, and they still live to 120 years and 110 and 100 and stuff like that. They look messed up, but they still live long. I would rather die than look like that. You know what I'm saying? 120-year-old Asian person. Nah, bury me. Please bury me. Throw some dirt up on me. Throw some dirt. Yeah, this guy. He was 120 years. You know what I'm saying? He was still doing fresh stuff. I think he died now. He dies at 112. Oh, yeah. I thought it was 120. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't look all messed up. He's still standing. Yeah, he was in the army somewhere. But anyway, let's go on. We have other Israelites that look kind of good for their very old age. So it says here, heart diseases are common. Right. So these people in Asia, they can eat all type of abomination and they could live long. But us, all we have to do is start eating pork and we die. We get diabetes, heart attacks, because that is what you deserve. You're not supposed to eat that. So if you don't eat that, you're not going to get this. And the food over there in America is clogging people up. Because around here, you don't have a lot of Israelites that have these problems. Of course you do. But not like there. That's like those foods that are allowed over there, they're not allowed over here. And are more common than, whatever, you put it there. Though it's not known whether vitamin deficiency. See? He says that, because we have lower on the. That's why I'm telling you that these people are. This is the conquer devil, you put that shit. They're the devil, man. So it says here, though it's not known whether vitamin D has anything to do with it. So why are you linking it to it then? He said, Hollick noted that low levels of hey man, these snake tongue devils, right? In the same sentence, the same paragraph, they will cut themselves. But the dummy will be, wow, he's so intelligent. He's suit on and he speaks so well. I'm looking at chimp logic. No, Hollick noted that low levels of total vitamin D have been linked to health problems other than brittle bones. Okay, so what? And he said some of those conditions, including diabetes,